This is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV, 5 topics in about 10 minutes for Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. I'm Derek Gilbert. If you're watching on YouTube, please take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel at 5 in 10, and then guarantee that we don't get canceled again by downloading our free app. I'll have details on that before the end of this program. Topic number 5 today, Ukraine. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky has fired senior military recruiting officials across the country. This following an investigative journalist report that the head of the Odessa Regional Military Recruitment Office or Enlistment Office, Yevhen Borisov, purchased a $4.35 million seaside villa for himself in Spain, along with a luxury car. Borisov was detained, dismissed, and, faces criminal charges now. This because the public had gotten so angry about this guy making money from keeping young men from going to the front that the government was forced to act. Ukraine's National Agency for the Prevention of Corruption stated that Borisov had illegally enriched himself to the tune of about $5 million. An anti-corruption non-government organization in Odessa told Radio Free Europe that as many as 50,000 people have paid off military recruiters to avoid being sent to the military or to get out of the country. Now, at the average rate of about $5,000, reportedly, times 50,000, that's $250 million. It's hard incentive to ignore if you're a military recruiter. And of course, if you're looking at the average lifespan of a Ukrainian on the front lines, which, as we told you back in February, according to a former U.S. Marine fighting with Ukrainian forces there, in an interview with ABC News, he said that the battle for the city of Bakhmut was so deadly that a Ukrainian soldier lasted on average about 4 hours on the front lines before being injured. That, too, is powerful incentive to avoid military service. Now, look, I know that we can come across as pro-Russian here, pro-Putin. That is not the case at all. We are not pro-Russia. We are not pro-Vladimir Putin. We are anti-neocon. We are anti-death. We want the fighting to stop in Ukraine. And if we sometimes appear angry on this program, that anger is directed at the neocons inside the Beltway in Washington, D.C., who appear to be all too happy to continue bleeding Ukraine dry if they think it somehow weakens Vladimir Putin. Topic number 4, Saudis on the Temple Mount. Saudi Arabia announced over the weekend that its ambassador to Jordan will also take on roles of ambassador to the Palestinian Authority and consul general in eastern Jerusalem. This came days after the Wall Street Journal reported that U.S. and Saudi officials had agreed on a framework for normalizing relations between Saudi Arabia and Israel. Now, Israel's Foreign Minister Eli Cohen on Sunday shot down the idea of allowing the Saudis to open a consulate in East Jerusalem, but Saudi and Palestinian officials said the Saudi move is an indication of the possibility of an agreement to normalize relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia soon, and it's a signal to the entire region, mainly Turkey. See, Saudis and the Palestinians are a bit upset with King Abdullah in Jordan. Jordan, the Jordanian government, since 1967, through an organization called the Waqf, W-A-Q-F, administers the Temple Mount. Israel's responsible for security, but the actual administration of the Temple Mount is in the hands of the Jordanian government. Unlike his father, King Hussein, King Abdullah has delegated that responsibility to other officials inside his government, and that is seen as a sign of weakness. And apparently, the recent restoration of diplomatic ties between Israel and Turkey has allowed the Turks to begin again to try to influence things inside Jerusalem with an eye toward eventually taking control of the Temple Mount. Now, for several years, the Saudis have been signaling to Jordan that it intends to replace the Jordanian government as custodian of the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. So we will see how this all plays out. The Muslim Brotherhood, which is supported by Turkey and sees itself as tasked with restoring the caliphate, which was based out of Turkey, the Ottoman Empire, until 1922. This obviously would be a threat to the authority of the Saudis, who see themselves as the custodian of the legacy of Muhammad. And of course, they would like themselves to be known as those responsible for not only overseeing Medina and Mecca, but Al-Aqsa, in other words, the Temple Mount as well. Topic number 3, Maui. We've been trying to stay away from uncorroborated conspiracy theories regarding the fires in West Maui, but there have been reports coming from Maui that homeowners who've been burned out there have already been contacted by vultures, frankly, offering to buy them out. I mean, why wait months for your insurance settlement? We'll offer you cash on the barrelhead today. Who's responsible? Who is behind those people trying to buy up land there? Things are not being made easier by the government of the state of Hawaii, which appears to be trying to quash access by the media to the burned out areas of West Maui. This is absolutely bizarre in the way the administration of Governor Josh Green is handling things there. The mismanagement, we can look to this, and this is documented, that a woke water management bureaucrat who reportedly believes that water is godlike, refused to allow water to be used to fight the fires until after it had spread beyond the point where it could be controlled. He wanted permission from downstream farmers who grow a crop that is semi-sacred in Hawaii before he would authorize the use of water to stop the fire. Of course, we've also told you that the state of Hawaii and the power utility there have been warned for years that a potential disaster was brewing. Winds sweeping down the slope of the mountain there, combined with very dry vegetation, flammable grasses, could lead to a problem. And of course, the offshore hurricane that recently passed by the island, knocking down power lines, provided the spark that ignited the tinder. The state government has been embarrassed, but instead of responding with humility and working with the people of Maui and giving access to the media for full transparency, they are doubling down on their efforts to keep the media away from the burned out zones. Governor of Hawaii, Governor Green, took a swing at independent reporters who are on scene now, telling people not to listen to social media and influencers, which in his mind apparently is anybody who disagrees with the official government line on what happened there. But here's the thing. Corporate media journalists are also being denied access. And this is unusual because usually corporate media just takes whatever government hands out in press releases and then turns around as though they're the press secretaries for government. Corporate media apparently also being denied access to any details into the investigation as to how the fire started. Now, it's possible that the government in Hawaii got the taste of absolute power over the last few years, the pandemic lockdowns, and now thinks that First Amendment rights no longer apply in the state of Hawaii. I mean, why block the media from going to the site of the fire? Why are they trying to protect the public from unapproved information sources? Are they trying to hide something? As with any scandal, the cover-up is usually what gets you into trouble, not the scandal itself. Now, as I said, there is evidence that a land grab is taking place. We don't know who's behind it. We will be watching. We're trying not to spread information here that we cannot corroborate, even if it would get us more clicks. So, got a boss to answer to. Rather make him happy than get more clout on social media. But certainly the government of Hawaii is not behaving in a way that leads to our ability. We cannot dismiss these charges because the way the government of Hawaii is responding in the wake of this tragedy. Topic number 2, malaria. Apparently we're now in the return of tropical diseases previously eradicated phase of Build Back Better, as malaria, locally spread cases of malaria, are now reappearing here in the United States. A resident of Maryland was hospitalized after contracting malaria locally. That's the first time that's happened in more than 40 years there. Locally contracted malaria cases have also been reported this year in Florida and Texas for the first time in decades, raising concerns that it is now returning to areas where it has long been considered eradicated. Malaria declared eliminated in the United States in 1951, and yet here we are. What's changed over the last few years? Border control, perhaps? Well, coming up, I grew up there. It's sad to see what's happening to Chicago. Details ahead on 5 and 10.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with just a few minutes on the clock, we want to make sure that you know how you can get your copies of both of these incredible new works in the Warriors of God special offer. When you order the Warriors of God special offer, you'll receive the Kingdom Warrior Full Spectrum Spiritual Warfare, Biblical Clearing and Maintaining Your Spiritual Perimeter by Dr. Michael Lake. But you'll also receive the brand new book by Corby Shuey, For Valor, Defending the Faith for Those of Worth. Both of these works complement each other fabulously and take you on a journey of next-level comprehension of spiritual warfare. But that's not all. Right now, when you order the Warriors of God special offer, we're also including absolutely free the phenomenal 2-disc collection on DVD, The Final Countdown, featuring Dr. Thomas Horn, Allie Anderson, and Donna Howell on how the secrets hidden within the biblical feasts unveil the final countdown to the return of Jesus Christ and the rapture of the church. But also included in this incredible special offer is Dr. Michael Lake's massive Sheerreef Imperative data DVD library that includes 56 different Christian classic books on PDF for use on device of your choosing, Understanding the Kingdom audio series, the eSword biblical software for Windows, and several TV appearances featuring Dr. Michael Lake. All of these items hold a retail value of $95, yours now for your donation of only $35 plus shipping and handling.
Item number 1 today, Frank Sinatra famously sang, "My kind of town Chicago is." You'd wonder if he would feel the same way today. A youth group on the far north side, Rogers Park, asking gangs to refrain from shootouts during the day. Yes, this is how desperate Chicago has become. A youth group, which formed in the wake of a 5-year-old being shot there last summer, again, the far north side up against the border with Evanston, asking gang members in the middle of a gang war there in this neighborhood to refrain from shooting at one another between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. This group, called Native Sons, has created what they call the People's Ordinance, again, asking rival gang members to cease fire during the day. Co-founder told Channel 2 News in Chicago, "I've noticed that it's a lot of people are just like, why not just don't shoot, period. It's like, we've tried that. Why not just listen to the gun laws? We've tried that," end quote. Well, yeah, why not listen to the gun laws? Because they're gangs. It's sad. I'm not trying to mock the city of Chicago. Again, it is sad to see what that city has become, but this kind of thing is happening in our major cities all over the country. Why not just listen to the laws? We've tried that. As I said before, we can't have a society if you don't have a majority of people who are voluntarily adhering to the laws of the land. The only way to enforce order at that point is to just crack down on everyone and turn it into a totalitarian state, which may be part of hashtag Build Back Better. Create chaos so you can bring forth order out of chaos. Skywatch TV depends on your support to do what we do. It's not just bringing you this news updates every day. What we do at Skywatch TV is fund the work at Whispering Ponies Ranch, the therapy horses there, the miniature horses used as therapy animals to change the course of children's lives through partner ministries like Royal Family Kids. We do this so that they don't have to pay a dime. And it's your support that makes that possible. During the month of August, for your gift of any amount, we'll send you as our thank you the book by Jonathan Brentner, The Triumph of the Redeemed. Now, this applies if you're in the U.S. or Canada. You can find out more online, skywatchtv.com. Go to our website, look for the red donate button, or you can go to skywatchtvstore.com, follow the link there. Or if you prefer to talk to us, do it over the phone. Call us toll-free during business hours, 844-750-4985. This week on Skywatch TV, we continue talking about spiritual warfare and, the collapse of society around us. What is the role of the globalists and the globalist agenda, end times prophecy in the collapse of civilization? Corby Shuey joins Dr. Michael Lake and talking with Joe Horn and the Skywatch investigative team on the panel this week. Our broadcast program is over the air. You can find the schedule for the over the air program, that is, at skywatchtv.com/channels. You can also watch the program right now at the website, skywatchtv.com. All of our video content is always there. You can get it on your big screen right now if you've got Skywatch TV's app for Roku or Apple TV. You can go to the main YouTube channel or the YouTube channel for the main program. That's right here, Skywatch TV Now. Or go to our Rumble channel, which has all of our video content. Or better yet, as I said at the top of the program, download our free app. This gets all of our video content right into your mobile device, smartphone or tablet, bypassing the gatekeepers of big tech. It also gets you a Bible with multiple translations. Actually, it's an audio Bible. So if you want to listen to scripture while you're driving, working, or just need eyes front for whatever reason, that's right there on the app. Also, news updates 3 times a week and more right in the palm of your hand, whether it's iOS, Android, or an Amazon Kindle Fire phone or tablet that you're holding. Again, the app is absolutely free, and we have links to their app stores at skywatchtv.com. Thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV.